After the attack carried out by Void, it caused significant losses to the city. However, the city has begun to recover. The magic furnace, which is the source of magical energy, also suffered extensive damage. The magical energy was temporarily replaced with solar energy. All this technology made Leo find it difficult to believe. He did not understand the things in the city, so he intended to investigate by going to the archive room. Leo arrived in front of the archive room door. He tried to open the door with the card he had. The door did not open, and the bird next to the door spoke. To enter the archive room, administrative permission is required. Leo thought the bird was a Holy Spirit. He was surprised that the Holy Spirit was still alive. Leo asked for permission from the bird, saying that he was a student from the academy. The bird instructed Leo to obtain administrative permission. His background at the academy was not needed to enter that room. Annoyed by the bird's words, Regina came from behind and teased Leo. Leo told Regina to stop as they were in a public place. Regina looked at Leo while he was returning a video device. She asked what Leo was doing here. Leo replied that he wanted to find out about the ancient ruins where he was trapped. Leo argued that it might help restore his lost memories. Regina believed and felt sorry that Leo had lost his memory. She decided to help Leo. Regina approached the Holy Spirit and asked if they could enter with her permission. The Holy Spirit did not care about Regina's background. Regina stared at the Holy Spirit. Suddenly, the Holy Spirit allowed them to enter. Leo was impressed and asked if Regina was a spirit tamer. Regina replied that it was just a trick she had. She asked Leo to keep it a secret because it could damage the reputation of Philip's manufactured holy spirits. Leo was impressed that holy spirits could be made by humans. He asked Regina where the original holy spirits were. Regina replied that the holy spirits were almost extinct before Void attacked. Regina searched and found a book about ancient ruins. She told Leo to read the book on the spot and not take it away. Leo and Regina received a message from the Administration Bureau. The message contained an invitation to a celebration party. All members of the 18 squad received invitations. The party was located on the warship Hyperion, and they were invited by the fourth princess, Alteria Ray Ortiz. Leo considered it a good opportunity for him. He could find out the situation of the human empire. Celia called Leo. She invited Leo to have lunch together. Leo refused because he had to gather information in the archive room. Leo told Regina to go to the harbor first. Regina said she would not attend the party and then left Leo. In a forest, there is a group of various races engaged in a discussion. The group is talking about a plan to kidnap Princess Alteria, who was about to celebrate on a ship. One of the races in the group is a half-tiger race is named Giraffe. There is also a half-wolf race named Jurs Hanzak. An old elf from the elf race is named Jakuto. There is also a half-lion race named Basti Kolosov, and a woman from the shapeshifter race is named Elza. They intend to ransom Princess Alteria and exchange her for their friends imprisoned in the Empire. However, they feel hesitant. Those without Excalibur might not be able to defeat humans. The group argues due to differences in opinions. A female dark elf, unknown to them, suddenly appears in the group. She says she has come to assist the group and will grant them power. She draws a sword from her hand and points it at Bastia. After that, Bastia summons a fiery sword and cuts down a tree behind him. The weapon is not Excalibur, but the power of a demon sword from the goddess, held by the dark elf. After gaining this power, they are confident they can kidnap Princess Alteria and seize Hyperion. However, the dark elf has one condition. They must capture the Excalibur user alive as a sacrifice to the goddess. Before agreeing to the deal, Bastia asks the dark elf to introduce herself. The dark elf is named Sharnak, a sorceress from the Eternal Dark Forest. After finishing reading, Leo decides to go to the harbor. He is impressed by the warship owned by humans and wishes his demon forces had such a warship. Leo thinks of buying a souvenir for his familiars when he sees a market on the harbor's edge. He notices a bracelet there made by elves. Leo is curious why the elf race is still alive and asks the merchant, pretending to be a neglected child. The merchant responds that in the Aegean special quarters, besides the elf race, there are also half-wolves, half-lions, and many other half-human races. Princess Alteria, waiting on the ship, goes to greet the people at the harbor. She waves her hand and smiles at the crowd. She also hugs a red-horned animal. She observes and searches for someone in the crowd. The guard behind the princess instructs her not to move too far. From a distance, Regina observes the princess with binoculars. After buying souvenirs, Leo approached the crowd watching Princess Alteria. He thought that presenting nobility to the people could be useful in gaining sympathy. Celia, Sakuya, and Fine called Leo from behind. They searched for Leo from various sides of the harbor and finally found him. Leo took out a cat-shaped keychain and gave it to Celia. The keychain was a gift for Celia for helping Leo all this time. Celia felt happy, but she jokingly told Leo that if he gives such gifts to girls, when he grows up, he will become a demon king. Leo was surprised and concerned. Leo felt his identity was still safe when Fine informed him that what Celia said was just a joke. Leo asked why Regina didn't come. He thought Regina liked to party. With hesitation, they answered that Regina had her own business. A girl called Celia by her full name. The girl's name was Fenris. Fenris asked the reason Celia came to the harbor. Then she boasted about herself, representing the executive committee. The executive committee had more work compared to Celia's team, which had no work. Fine told them to stop arguing. Fenris decided to leave because she didn't want to face Fine. Before leaving, she congratulated Celia on having Excalibur. Two guards were standing watch on the side of the ship. Basti approached them calmly. She attacked with the sword she had obtained, catching the guards off guard. The two guards immediately fell after one attack from Bastia. Jurors behind Bastia used his blade to slash the faces of the two guards. He handed one of the facial slashes to Bastia. They attached the facial slash to their own faces. Their bodies transformed exactly like the guards they had defeated. They admired the plan that Sharnak had explained. Leo and the others were already inside the ship. Fine was chatting with someone inside the ship. Fenris approached Sakuya, who was wrapping food. Meanwhile, Leo sat by the pool on the ship's deck. He was reading notes he had copied from the archive room. According to him, the history might have been altered by someone. He found it strange that no one remembered the gods, heroes, rebel goddesses, or demon kings. Now there was no magic technique, and there was no evidence of magical progress. Leo picked up a drink from the table. The drink was not available in his time, but he liked it. Sherry appeared in front of Leo to report. Leo instructed her to investigate the warship. He asked Sherry to report back as soon as she found something. The energy source of the ship was magical crystals. The ship had regular cannons, automatic cannons, and flying weapons. Leo told Sherry to continue her investigation. Before Sherry left, Leo called her to give her a gift. Sherry was happy to hear that. Sherry was the only servant who had followed Leo until now. She felt touched. She took out a bag of magically infused food. The food was churros. Sherry liked it, but she didn't expect her king's gift to be food. Celia called Leo, who was sitting. She came with Tessera and a girl they had saved. They were wearing swimsuits and invited Leo to swim. Tessera shyly invited Leo to swim together. Leo refused, stating that the human body is not meant for swimming, and he didn't have swimwear. Then the girl who came with Celia teased Leo for not being able to swim. Celia had brought swim trunks for Leo. She also intended to teach Leo how to swim. Leo was annoyed by both of them. After changing his pants, they immediately went swimming. Celia held Leo's hand, who was struggling to swim. Fine and Sakuya, watching from the sidelines, cheered Leo on. Excalibur users were indeed required to learn how to swim. People by the pool also cheered Leo on. Teresa and her friend could swim easily. Celia praised both of them for being good swimmers, while Leo was frustrated for losing to the two little girls. Regina observed the ship used for the party while eating noodles on the harbor's edge. Regina regretted what she had done. Princess Alteria was with her trusted guard, Arcus, and two other guards. They walked through the corridor inside the ship. Passing by a guard while walking, the guard stopped and stabbed Arcus from behind. Another guard appeared from behind and attacked the two guards guarding the princess. The two guards took off their masks. It turned out they were Basti and Giraffe in disguise. The princess released the horned animal she was holding when Basti captured her. Then Sharnak appeared and scolded the princess. Everyone had gathered in the banquet hall, waiting for Princess Alteria to give her speech. However, guards present there shot each other, instilling fear in everyone. The guards then removed their masks, revealing that they were part of Bastia's disguised group. Leo decided to assess the situation first. Fenris drew her Excalibur to protect the people in the banquet hall. Elsa used gunfire to threaten those present, and Jakudo produced an apple-shaped bomb, ready to detonate it if anyone resisted. They also confiscated all the phones of those present. Someone in the hall asked about the group's intentions. Jurors answered that their goal was to save their friends. Jurors attempted to kill Fenris, who denied his statement. However, Elsa stopped him because they were prohibited from killing Excalibur users. Excalibur users were to be sacrificed to the goddess. Jurors complied with Elsa's words as his weapon also came from the goddess. Leo wanted to check on Princess Alteria. He asked Celia to cooperate and used her magic to go unnoticed. Princess Alteria was in the control room with Bastia, Giraffe, and Sharnak. She was forced to activate the ship's engine using the Holy Spirit. She did so because Sharnak and his friends promised to release the civilians. Bastia instructed her to go to the Imperial capital immediately. However, Void appeared around the ship. Bastia ordered to turn back, but Sharnak refused. He commanded to maintain the ship's course. Excalibur users would be the best sacrifice due to their fear of Void. Bastia got angry and attacked Sharnak, but the flaming sword she held ended up burning herself. Then, Sharnak ordered Giraffe to obey him if he wanted to survive. The ship moved and Regina approached it. When approaching the ship, she was approached by the horned animal held by the princess. Regina approached the animal, and it made a sound containing a plea to call for help after leaving the port. The rope holding the ship broke as it couldn't withstand the ship. Regina ran and hurriedly jumped onto the stairs beside the ship. Leo, who was looking for the princess, ended up in the wrong place. He met Regina, who managed to board the ship. Regina revealed her relationship with Princess Alteria to Leo. She turned out to be the princess's sister.